Good evening, afternoon, whenever you happen to be listening, and welcome to the Kickoff.
A presentation of the W2M Network, available online at W2Mnet.com.
We're off to a fabulous start. As you can see, folks, and as you can probably hear, even on the audio version of this show, available on all of your favorite podcast listening services. I am a little bit under the weather still. Hopefully, I will be okay for next week's show. I'm going to try to gut my way through this one. Erik, once again, I will be probably having you take over some of the reins for the podcast today.
All right, I mean, if you don't mind, all I'm going to say is I make myself a damn good Cape Cod, especially with some ginger ale in it.
Dare I say tonight's episode of the Kickoff is point of viewer discretion advised.
Precisely. Although granted, no weird dreams about anybody tackling me while wearing a Playboy Bunny outfit. You're safe from that. If you're like Kennedy, who happens to be watching right now and wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, go back in our archives and listen to our coverage of League to the Max or whatever with Brian Espinoza. Also available on your various media of choice.
And you can also hear Brian Espinoza on and Erik Watkins last night on Life is Like a Game Show, the Alec Baldwin incident, available on many of these same places. Shooter's going to shoot.
Hey, like I said, they're so mad at Alec Baldwin, they want to shoot him with a blank.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
You're all right there.
Happy to be involved.
All right, let's go ahead and get today. Oh wait, I should introduce everybody first, huh? As I mentioned, you'll notice on the little name graphic on your YouTube feed, if you're eventually watching this on YouTube, we're live on Twitch and Facebook as well.
Facebook and Twitter, no Twitch tonight. Radulich taking precedence.
Oh, how dare he? Anyways, we're live on Twitter and Facebook tonight here. You'll notice the voiceless of the reason. The voiceless of reason. Yeah, Call super. Anyways.
Yeah, this show not sponsored by Call tonight.
Not yet, anyways. I'm your host. My name is Harry Broadhurst. I am the voice of reason, allegedly. Joining me, as per usual, as you can see on his graphic there, he is the DSDO. He is your executive producer. He is Erik Watkins.
See? Now imagine how well I can run the show with a little bit of Skol vodka in my system. Stay tuned, folks.
Somebody taking the Vikings later? Skol? Never mind.
Nope. Can't let that one go.
Just don't be heavy-handed on the monkey.
I promise.
Also with us, the locksmith, Kennedy Eddings.
Happy to be involved.
See? Now with that, a call back to Life is Like a Game Show. We're doing all the promos here tonight.
All right, let's get this show started how we normally would. It's time for Studs and Duds. Miss Locksmith, your stud for the week.
I'm salty about this one. My actual stuff, I'll do what you guys made me do. So Joe Burrow is my stud for the week. 416 yards.
We'll let you discuss your actual stud when Erik gets to his. Don't worry.
But Joe Burrow, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, had $100 on the game. I said that he could do it, and I actually like Joe Burrow. I said that he could get it done, and he got it done, and it was a hell of a game. And Joe, cheers.
I need to add him to the list, don't I?
Only because of his LSU picture when he won, and he's sitting there with his cigar. Ever since then, had my heart.
Would I need to have him recreate the pose if the opportunity comes, especially at the beginning? Okay. 1. We're going to have a counter for this. 1.
We had a little counter in the quarter too, but right now, Cincinnati went into Baltimore and absolutely decimated what many considered to be the best team in the AFC up to this point. as the Ravens were never at any point in this game getting blown out 41-17 on their home turf. M&T, M and see you later is what Cincinnati said. Eric,
Well, I mean, hey, sometimes M&T Bank, it's not open on weekends, so.
Nope. That bank was closed for Baltimore on Sunday. Eric, who's your stud for the week?
Mine, well, I even though it pains me to say this, because again, bum-ass team in a bum-ass division, which I happen to be a fan of a team in, the Tennessee Titans defense. Not only did we witness history in the Mahomes era in Kansas City, we got to go way, way back, relatively speaking. For the first time since week 11 of 2017, the Kansas City Chiefs were held without a touchdown. Sorry to say, and this is going to make my life suck the rest of the season, the Titans, with their back-to-back victories, are showing, hey, they're not that same mediocre 9-7 team as we've seen in recent years. They're more and more legit. Yes, I know. I don't want to say it either, but
this is what happens when you fire Jeff Fisher. You stop sucking.
Exactly. I'm going to take a sip of vodka.
All right. So my football stud for the week is Mo Salah. 3 goals and an assist in a 5-0 thrashing of Manchester United by Liverpool. Our visual viewers will notice the figure that Eric is giving me that was dedicated solely to him. Glory, glory. No. Told you I had something planned for the show, Eric.
You said that I shouldn't trust the damn smiley face emoji when you said it?
And was I wrong?
No. You weren't wrong. Off with Ole's head. You'll hear more about that on Soccer to the Max on Sunday with myself and Sean Garmer. Off with his head.
Man, we are just getting in all the plugs for W2M Network shit tonight, aren't we?
Mutter, hat trick at Old Trafford. Mutter.
Not just a hat trick, he had an assist too. Anyways, my actual stud for the week is Brennan Armstrong, quarterback, Virginia. You know, Eric, we've said it here. The Who's have been kind of up and down this season.
Up and down at the wrong times.
Expectations, appearances, expectations, appearances, expectations. Brennan Armstrong was 29 out of 43, which is kind of a pedestrian completion percentage. Until you consider that 29 out of 4 396 yards.
Okay.
Add in 12.
To clarify that, because apparently Spectrum was on some bullshit tonight, 29 of 43, 396 yards, and 4 touchdowns. In addition to, there you go. Now you can get your ground stats.
I'm back. He also had 12 carries for 99 yards and another 2 scores.
There you go.
This motherfucker was responsible for 6 touchdowns against Georgia Tech. Granted, Georgia Tech, but still, 6 touchdowns, not half shabby. Congratulations, Mr. Armstrong. You are my stud for the week. Kent, dud.
When I tell you I lost my Money League fantasy by 0.5.
Oh, shit. That was your Money League.
5. Because Seattle's O-line decided to shit the fucking bed. Apparently, 5'3", 170-pound me can go protect that shit-ass quarterback Smith better than these fucking 300-pound men can. What the fuck? You allowed like 2 sacks within 30 seconds of each other? You allowed 5 sacks in one fucking game?
to a
And on
team that
top of
only
that,
to a team.
Geno Smith can get fucking added in there because who doesn't just get rid of the fucking ball? Why did you allow yourself to get sacked twice in a row? Throw the fucking ball away.
All right, more to the point of that as well. You allowed 5 sacks to a team that only had 4 coming into the game.
I mean
that part.
This one's for you, Kent.
Like, what the fuck? How do you not do your job that fucking bad? And like the Saints defense, not bad, not good. I wouldn't give them an A+, you know. But like your O-line just had to be that fucking bad. 2 plays in a like 0.5 points. There was like 2 minutes left in the game, and I was up by 2.5 points.
I saw the tweet.
Shittier part is, homie had New Orleans. We had New Orleans defense and Seattle's defense left. That was it. And I was up by 2.5 points going into the fucking game. And I held that the whole game until the last 30 fucking seconds or minute and a half, whatever the fuck it was. 2 sacks in a row. Fuck you, Seattle. Wholeheartedly.
I'm sure both Jets and Giants fans would agree with that sentiment, given the history of Geno Smith.
Ken?
Oh, he had something for this.
I'm very intrigued in what it's going to be.
Well, he'll definitely have to say it again. But again, I saw that tweet that you had, and I was like, uh-oh.
Spectrum fucking hates me tonight. You know what it is I have the baseball game streaming on the TV right now because I'm not missing my Braves.
Well, I mean, right now you got 1-0 Braves, top of the 6th, 2 out. Alvarez at the plate, runner on first. I got you covered, fam.
All right, and what I was about to say to Ken's is, in honor of your presence here on the show, dare I say that was full send towards the Seattle O-line.
Yeah, fuck them.
That's legit. Eric, all right, Ken's is still mad at you for taking it, so at least allow her to piggyback here.
All right. Now, the reason why I saw this, especially because of my last Saturday, but Rams special teams. You know we have a long-standing history of being for the brand here on the Kickoff. And, of course, when Johnny Hecker goes out there and does his thing on fake punts, you know something is legit. However, when you get a dose of your own medicine, not once, not even twice, but 3 times, including getting burned on an onside kick, I'm sorry, Rams special teams. Offense, defense, y'all good. But that LA special teams in particular, you are my duds. And Ken's. Another player I'm going to add to the list. Please explain why.
Jack Fox. Round of applause, sir. You are by far an amazing punter. It was 2 special I don't know what to call it. I don't go that deep into football. So special plays, is that right?
Special teams plays.
Special teams plays, excuse me.
Look, if I'm going to be adding his name to the list, you better throw some respect on his name.
He's not. Okay, he's not. Wait, let me look at his face real quick.
See? You see?
No, he's not on the list. He's not on the list. He's not on the list.
Jack, I tried. Again, for the brand. Okay, I tried.
Focus on your spiel and then look up his face.
I just looked at his face. That's technology. It happened in 5 seconds. No, there's amazing.
Damn kids these days and their damn Google boxes.
But no, 2 special teams plays just absolutely murdered it. I wish that game would have went their way. They deserved it. They deserved it so fucking. They tried so hard. Came out with like just guns blazing, Alec Baldwin style. But
God damn.
Nope. I got to. I have to for them.
But no, he did his fucking job and then some.
All right, so my dud for the week. Do you remember what game I picked last week for Are You Serious, Eric, in the National Football League?
Mm-hmm. I remember distinctly. Ooh. How did that work out for you, by the way?
My dud for the week is the Philadelphia Eagles. After scoring early and immediately on their opening possession, they then proceed to allow the Las Vegas Raiders to run off 30 straight on their way to a 33-22 defeat in the Toilet Bowl in Las Vegas. Let's be honest, that thing looks like a shitter.
But I mean, at least it's like one of those high quality ones with the
It
warm
is
water
like a
bidet attached.
It is like a Japanese shitter. I'm not going to deny that, but it's still a shitter. And speaking of which, that's kind of what Philadelphia played like for the vast majority of the second and third quarters in that game. Philadelphia.
Sorry.
I was getting like 6.5. And honestly, the Eagles have been better than anticipated this year, including covering and winning outright against Atlanta in week 1 for me.
Okay, Atlanta, but over Raiders.
Vegas just fired their coach a week and a half ago.
Okay. Sorry, I just think you got what you deserved with that pick, but
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, let's see how your NFL Are You Serious goes this week, because I already know how mine went.
Did you get that?
Dramatic reverb. Wait. If you're doing that, we have to do that properly.
Why is Randy in this still? Why does he get to participate?
Well, because I missed a couple of weeks, so he sat in as a guest co-host, and he's been providing picks ever since.
Do you not remember him being on that episode?
Yeah,
the hilarious bounce of laughter.
Because now he gets to take picks.
Your picks are already in, so what does it matter?
I'm just saying, he gets to take picks.
Calm down, Bun.
Leave my bun alone, Beardy.
Ladies love the beard, is all I'm saying.
And it's a handle. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, sometimes it's a handle, but long as there's a special beard lubricant at the end of the day, when all said is done, everybody wins.
I always prefer the ponytail myself, but hey, to each their own. Anywho.
Pigtails. Better 2 hands than 1. But personal preference.
All right. That wraps up studs and duds before we go too far off the rails on this one. Let's move over to that happened. Eric, what did we end up assigning to Keds?
A small bit of tragedy that was like pretty significant, a bit unfortunate.
Go ahead.
Oh. Do I need to be like sincere?
Well, I mean, kind of, especially with the circumstances and what had happened.
I just thought it was a car. Poor Carl Madsen, like 70 years old, right? Died on the way home. Rest in peace, Carl.
To any potential advertisers watching, we apologize and we thank you for your considerations.
Again, please forgive us, algorithm, for ad suitability. We did not anticipate this in terms of programming. Please bestow your favor upon us, oh great YouTube advertising algorithms.
That's the shots for you, Carl.
Pour one out for the Carl.
That was loud as fuck.
Not louder than the opera, but
to Carl.
Sláinte, Carl.
At least it's not an Alec Baldwin shot.
No.
Yes.
No.
No monkey. No monkey.
Mm-mm.
Too heavy. We're too heavy-handed on the monkey already. All right, let's move. Let's move forward. Ken's is not going to get that reference because she's going to have to watch the show back in order to see the monkey because the GIFs apparently don't work for her.
No. I can see them. I can't hear them. Well, I can hear them now. I think it's because I updated my Chrome.
Oh, well, there you go. Now you can hear them too. My favorite is Dun 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 Dog so far.
Don't get going to the moon.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm all in on Dun 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 Dog. All right, let's move forward. Dabo turns to Dabno in South Carolina this year as the 2019 national champion Clemson Tigers and the 2020 national runner-up Clemson Tigers currently sit at 4-3 this season, having just lost to fucking Pittsburgh. That NFL money's looking real good right about now, isn't it, Sweeney?
I mean, Urban's probably out the door. You get Trevor back. No state taxes. Just
You get
Trevor Moore's trash ass.
You not
Does
only
he more interceptions than he does fucking.
You not only get Trevor back, you get Travis next season healthy, hopefully. I'm just saying it's a disaster in Clemson right now, is what I'm saying right now. Apparently the cupboard is bare.
Jacksonville too.
You know, I'm sorry. Nick Saban left before he came there. He went to Miami. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry. Had that team doctor not fucked up and they hadn't gotten Drew Brees, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be pissing on high cotton right now with all of your goddamn national championships. I'm not saying, but I'm just fucking saying. Just saying.
Very bitter with his alcohol, apparently.
Oh, it's going to be a good show.
We're off to a fabulous start. All right, Watkins. Apparently, the cost of a 600 touchdown pass, several $100,000.
Did you hear what Tom Brady said?
Well,
Eric's got this.
I did, because I actually saw this game. We witnessed another bit of NFL history as in the Bucks game.
Harry, don't do it.
It's enough time passing with the Dr. Pepper and everything else.
So. I was just being nice. But sorry, Eric, go ahead.
So we witnessed a little bit of history as we saw the first ever quarterback, Tom Brady, throw for 600 touchdown passes. All of this without even having thrown 200 career interceptions. Just as a minor little extra squid bit with that one. But there wasn't one without a little bit of intrigue as Mike Evans, the receiver of said touchdown pass, does what he does and gives it to a fan right in the stands. There was a bit of a problem. That was a very major milestone pass. So the equipment manager went to the fan and negotiated, and they were able to get the ball back. Now, again, you could say, why did he give the ball back? Gave up leverage. He had the proper provenance, the fact that the ball was handed to him live on national television, so he could have proved it. Holding on to that ball, Brady goes in the Hall of Fame, yada, 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 $500,000 or more in your pocket. But he does the right thing. So what he does, he gives the ball back. And in return, there were a lot of negotiations. Now, what Tom Brady even said to Peyton and Eli on Monday Night Football after the fact was that in part of the negotiations, the fan in question was getting a Bitcoin worth approximately $62,000. And on top of that, if I remember correctly,
I got this. You go talk to Mama Watkins. I got this part. All right. In addition to the Bitcoin that Brady gave him, the fan also receives 2 game-worn Brady jerseys and a pair of cleats from Brady, or no, a helmet from Brady. Yeah, a game-worn jersey from Mike Evans and a pair of cleats from Mike Evans. A $1,000 credit to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers store. And I believe the other thing was season tickets for the rest of the 2021 season, as well as the entirety of the 2022 schedule. Yep. all things considered, I'd say it worked out pretty well. I mean, granted, the ball itself is probably worth more than the combined value of everything that he got. But
memories.
one, you're part of NFL history. Two, you're probably getting the game-worn jersey from the game that Brady threw the 600th touchdown pass, and the game that Evans caught the 600th touchdown pass from Brady. Three, $1,000 in a team store can buy a whole lot of fucking jerseys.
You can sell that shit.
At least another 5, 6, or 7 jerseys there, even when you factor in tax and stuff, because the jerseys are like $120, $130 each for the actual like replica jerseys.
Did you hear what Brady said to Mike Evans though?
I did not.
Mike Evans went up to him. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was that one was the 600 touchdown." And Brady said, "Well, don't think, or I don't know if I'm gonna pass to you anymore this season or something like that."
We'll actually get to see Brady take on the man he just passed for the record's former team this Sunday in the National Game of the Week on Fox as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to New Orleans to play the Saints. And old LASIK Jameis himself here. We have to stall for time until Eric gets back, so he'll be back soon enough. Don't worry.
I'm not good at this. This is not my forte, so
it's fine. I already have something for this here. I have a question for you. Honest question. What would it take to get you to give back that ball?
Oh. I couldn't. Out of spite, I'd keep it because I hate Tom Brady that much.
I mean, he is helping your fantasy team, though.
He is. I have him and Mike Evans.
I have the other Tampa Bay wide receiver, Chris Goodwin.
Okay, so did I just see? Am I adding Mike Evans to the list now?
You are not.
Okay.
All right. I just asked her.
No, see, I knew the hand gestures, so I'm like, that looked like a yes to me.
That was Tom Brady and Mike Evans. He asked me if I'd give the ball back.
What would it take to get? We ran over the details of everything that the guy got. Two autographed Brady jerseys and an autographed helmet, jersey from Evans and a pair of cleats, $1,000 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers store, and then season tickets for the rest of this season as well as next season. I asked her this question. I'll ask you the same one, Eric. What would it take for you to give back that football?
All of that, 2 Bitcoins, and a little bit of Ethereum, and for the remainder of this season, the tickets are in the Tom Brady suite. Everything all that just with that extra.
Am I the only one who's enough of an NFL historian and like a record keeper that the ball belongs in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Well, no.
All of that and a date with Taysom Hill.
Now, see, that's a separate set of negotiations I would have to be involved in. I'm just saying. But for something like that, I can understand why it would be in the Professional Football Hall of Fame. However, if you're going into that deep of a history, wouldn't the Aaron Garcia 1,000th career touchdown pass take a bit more precedence? It would in my mind.
I think that's apples and oranges.
How? You're talking, it's the Professional Football Hall of Fame, not just the NFL.
It's the NFL Hall of Fame.
Don't get sassy.
I'm
just saying that's a quarterback throwing. He's the only person to ever do that.
He's talking. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the one with like the NFL Europe and everything like that, or whatever.
Arena football, as a matter of fact.
1,000 touchdowns in arena. In fairness, the field is like half the fucking size.
Yeah, but he played for almost not quite as long, but close to it. And the fact that he never even hit 100 in a single season. Well, he did that once, but you see my point.
Who cares?
Yeah. The only people that care about arena football aren't involved with this podcast anymore.
Technically, I still do and I care about it. Granted, we don't have the chair, but you really saw who was carrying that show.
We're moving forward. All right, so go ahead and send us to the little bottom screen.
Well, we've got a screen share, or what's going on?
It's time for I'm a Survivor, Mr. Watkins.
Ah, there we go.
And I'm a Survivor starts with the rundown of last week's predictions where everybody got their pick correct.
No shit.
So we currently still have Randy and Erik tied for the lead at 5.
Coming for you, Bill.
I'm sitting at 3 in a row. Ken's got her first one to get back off the schneid, picking Cincinnati.
Y'all fucking told me. Everyone told me I was fucking stupid for picking that game. Now
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm not.
Thank you.
Everyone, my husband, my friend Joey that I bet against, I'm pretty sure you told me it was dumb. Not dumb might not be the word.
I didn't think it was a good idea because the game was in Baltimore, but obviously
everyone I talked to with this, except Erik, told me I was stupid. Now who's stupid? You.
And again, he even pointed out the fact that you and I were on the same side in that situation. And historically, that wouldn't have worked well.
I did. All right. Let's move forward with our picks for this week. Ken's, you're going with what may be the hottest team in the NFL at this point, unfortunately. You took Tennessee.
Did I?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I remember. I was on. Are you serious? Sorry.
No, that's later in the.
I know. I was scrolling. Yeah. See, so this one hurts because I love Joe, but because I need to get my shit right and get back in this, Tennessee seems like a good option this week.
Who's Tennessee playing?
Aren't they playing Cincinnati?
Nope.
Did I read that wrong?
You did, because I took.
I would have repicked Cincinnati.
It
felt wrong when I said it, but I had to go with it because this is what I read.
I took Cincinnati because they're playing the Jets this week.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it felt wrong when I said it. Colts, that's right. Easy day. Sorry. I was like, I don't think I would have picked the Titans over Cincinnati, but you put Cincinnati because I picked them last time.
Right. The one dash Cincinnati means that's how many in a row you've got correct.
More sense. They play the Colts. That makes a lot more sense why I picked them now.
And the reason I know that she didn't pick Cincinnati is, as I just said, I took Cincinnati because Cincinnati plays the Jets. And let's be honest here. After what Cincinnati just did to the Ravens, what chance do the Jets have?
But Joe Flacco coming back.
Joe Flacco's gonna be treated like he was a Raven again last week. All right, Erik.
Well, there is a certain commentator, or commentators, one who has an absolute fetish for this team, one who has absolute schadenfreude for this team, to the point to where he will come out on set wearing a cowboy hat, riding a horse, the whole big spiel. But you know what I have to say about to both of those commentators? How about them Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, it ain't a 1:20. It ain't a 1 o'clock game, Kirk. You don't have time zones to save your ass now. I'm sorry.
That 1 o'clock Kirk doesn't fucking exist.
I'm sorry. Look at his records with prime time, Sunday night and Monday night, and in the afternoon games, and look at his records with 1 p.m. Eastern time starts. Tell me, sit there and look me in my eyes with that bun and that makeup and everything, and tell me that it doesn't exist when you see those numbers.
$50. Vikings win.
Harry, as I am a notary public in the state of Florida, I cannot officiate this bet because I am involved. Will you be so kind to officiate and make sure that this bet is validated?
So it is written. So it is said. We will be showing a PayPal receipt on the Twitter page for the W2M Network. So it is written. So it is done.
Oh, all right. I've already got some good ass shenanigans playing for that $50. I'm telling you right now.
Eric, go ahead and minimize us and play Randy's Are You Serious pick or I'm a Survivor pick for the week.
Unfortunately, he didn't submit his. I wasn't able to get it from him this
so
time.
he can play in the games, but he doesn't want to participate.
He
does want to participate, but unfortunately,
there's just no video this week.
Correct, no video this week.
That's fine. I'm already having internet issues. I'd imagine that would probably bust my computer once and for good. As Ken's is rubbing it into the fact that he did not participate, Randy is taking the Los Angeles Rams this week. I don't know who they're playing because I don't have the schedule in front of me. I'm sorry.
As a matter of fact, I do. The Rams are playing the Houston Texans.
Cincinnati.
Oh, then that's probably a safe pick for Randy. Because I think Randy is actually going to continue on the spiel of picking an entire division, much the same way he did with the AFC North. He's now in the NAFC West. I fucked up the fuck up. Ain't that some shit?
It was fuck-upception, but it made it beautiful.
Upception.
All right, let's move forward. I've got a question.
Is it happening?
I'm sick as a dog right now. You really think I had time to write questions?
Come on. Come up with one right now. I want a question.
I already asked one earlier in the show. There you go.
No, it's been 8 weeks.
Fine.
Keep this up, and I'm going to bring Henry back.
I've got a question. Fine. I'll ask one quick question right now, okay? And just because you're getting sassy, it's going to be about college football. Bite me.
Oh!
No, I got this. Let's go.
Eric, we've started to see the exodus. We started to see the exodus and the shakeup in college football with the conferences being transferred. How long until the NCAA steps in and mandates different relegations?
3 weeks.
I honestly, as much as I would want them to, I don't think the NCAA has enough balls to do it. I think with the fact that they've basically sold their soul to, especially the Power Five, and the fact that they lost that Supreme Court case over television rights back in 1984 to the College Football Association, they are as limp as a 100-year-old man in a whorehouse in this case. Sorry.
Not to mention that whole NIL debate that they just lost as well, too.
Yeah, they're grasping at straws, and it's not working. And you have other states taking charge in that regard, and other programs leading the charge for more states to be involved. So, sorry, the NCAA is more impotent, and not even the best mixture of Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra could save them now.
Eric sure knows his boner pills, doesn't he, Ken? All right, Ken.
You were talking about college football and
all right, Ken. I will give you, and I've got a question as well. You ready? This one is specifically for you, and then Eric can answer as well. All right, so we are officially 7 weeks into the NFL season. Ken, I've got a question. Which coach is on the hottest seat in the National Football League?
Oh, man.
I think she might need a second, Eric.
Honestly,
in a bad way, or like
yes.
Well, that's what the hot seat means.
Okay, allow me to rephrase the question to make this a little bit easier.
It's not a hard question. The cogs are turning.
Seeing the fact that he was trying to do you a favor and he froze. Look at what you did to this man. That was all on you that time, Kens.
All right, allow me to rephrase the question. Who's the first coach that's going to get fired this year?
The Raiders.
John Gruden doesn't count. He wasn't fired. He quit.
There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of things happening this season. I don't know.
So you're really sitting here with those great big eyes, begging. I want a question. I want a question.
I want a question.
So
that's a good question.
That is a pretty good. That is a pretty
question.
Look, you're the one who wanted to smoke. Can't handle the heat
I
all of a
don't
sudden.
want to smoke, Eric. I just wanted a fucking question.
You
gotta-
know how Broadhurst rolls. You've been on this show for how long now?
You
You
know how
gotta-
we say Jacksonville's coach because fucking Trevor Lawrence sucks and their offensive coach clearly doesn't know how to coach it because
Hey.
he's throwing more interceptions than he is fucking passes because he can't win a fucking football game? How about that?
Just because Urban Meyer would sit and rather get a lap dance and play Cheeto Finger at his own bar in Columbus than sit down and have a goddamn come to Jesus moment with Daryl Bevell, that is not Trevor Lawrence's fault. He did not
Urban
sign
Meyer.
up for this,
There's
okay?
other fucking offensive coaches too. He can get his ass fired. You want to talk about me getting
Hold on a second here. I'm sorry. Eric is making me go to Urban Dictionary right now because I've never heard that phrase before.
Cheeto Finger, like how you have the residue from Cheetos in your fingers when you stick a couple fingers up inside, you get the little juices and the remnants.
You want an answer from me, Eric? There's my answer.
I thought he said
Urban
ditto
Meyer
finger.
and the offensive coach or the quarterback. I'm assuming quarterbacks have a specific coach, so we'll go with
Yes, quarterbacks do have a specific coach.
Trevor Lawrence's bitch ass.
Eric, how about an actual answer instead of her getting angry?
You
That
see?
is an actual. Tell me that's not a good answer. Like the fucking Jags are doing anything this season besides losing.
Yeah, but the only way Urban Meyer is leaving is if Urban Meyer wants to, because Shad Khan doesn't give a fuck about this team.
Thank you very much. Please come again. Yeah.
Racist.
That's not invalid.
Racist. Wrong.
Well, I was just making a Simpsons quote that just went horribly, horribly wrong. And I am under the influence of alcohol. I don't know what you're talking about. Trying to make accusations to get our asses canceled.
Cheers to Trevor Lawrence's great start to the NFL, like you said he would have in the beginning of the series.
Well, hell, at least quarterbacks that we're getting actually do something. Remind me, what's the last time an Alabama quarterback was worth 2 fifths of a fuck in the National Football?
Isn't Mac Jones doing better than Trevor Lawrence right now?
Mac Jones! The darling of the Patriots! Yeah,
You literally asked,
please.
and I just served you an answer, and you're mad about it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Mac Jones is better than Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, with Trevor Lawrence, and I'm even going to take an L on that he's not doing that much. But I mean, really? You're hitching your wagon, especially with the whole goddamn mess that Tua is putting up in Miami right now. So you're already taking that L that I warned you about.
There are two Alabama quarterbacks
Children
serving your president Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. There's 2 quarterbacks from Alabama, and Alabama can't produce quarterbacks.
Okay.
2 doing better.
We're moving forward.
World's smallest violin, Kens. World's smallest violin. To give an actual answer to your question, Harry, if you want a winner of the legitimate coaching sack race, look your eyes towards Minneapolis. I think especially with the limited expectations of what's going on with how far Minnesota has fallen, you need a desperate change. This clearly is not working. You're not going to get rid of Kirk Cousins after the contract extension, so you're going to do the next best thing.
Can I throw out an interesting name?
Go for it.
San Francisco.
Not mad at that.
Maybe.
2-4 this season, horrendously underwhelming in a division that was admittedly expected to be the best in the NFL. And coming off of just getting it handed to you in prime time against the Colts on Sunday Night Football.
And knowing that Jimmy G is not the answer. He's not anymore.
And is Trey Lance really the future of this franchise? I dare say not.
It's debatable.
All right, let's move forward. Yes, Ken.
I was just saying, how do you feel about the Lions, though?
I think Dan Campbell gets another season just because this is his first year. And the fact is they've shown heart in their defeats. Yeah. The Lions haven't really been blown out by anybody.
Besides, it's Detroit. It's not Cleveland.
Expectations are low.
Yeah, well, again, it's Detroit. It's not Cleveland. Shout out to Rob Chudzinski.
It's not Jacksonville.
Moving forward. Okay, there. Now, I've had a question. Are you guys happy now? Can we move on?
I am.
All right. Pour one out for the homers. All right. So The Gators didn't play. We'll talk about the fuckery that was that Penn State game here in a few moments. Erik, I warned you that this could happen. I told you to turn your back on the Wolfpack.
Ew, Broadhurst, I bow down to thee.
Inconsistency, thy name is ACC.
This is why I can't talk shit about Pitt after them beating Clemson, because guess who we face this week?
Pittsburgh?
Guess why I'm nervous as absolute fuck right now? Because I don't see what happened. I don't see it happening twice. But damn it, I'm going to relish it happening this time. Tyler Van Dyke, where the shit did you come from? Who squirted in your Cheerios for you to throw 4 touchdown passes? I don't care who. I'll pay for them to do it again. Seriously. Seriously.
Ken's Alabama rolled over Tennessee. Up next for Bama is Mississippi State, I think.
I rarely have anything to say because Roll Tide. The only time I have to say anything is when they lose, which is obviously very rare. Give it to the A&M kicker. Oh, my friend gave me so much shit for that. But when they lose, I'll speak.
It was no small feat by Texas A&M.
I digress because I hate A&M. Johnny Manziel can suck it, by the way. He's on my shit list. I know that was like 7, 8, whatever years ago, but still, fuck Johnny Manziel.
I'm a little mad that Erik didn't catch that.
Well, I mean, with all of that, that's why I had to do the whole Johnny Football reference with that one. But
I meant the reference I made right before it that you obviously missed.
Yeah, that one.
His eyes are getting droopy.
The kicker's name is Seth Small.
What did you say?
Oh, see, I didn't even know that. That's why I didn't get it.
I said it was no small feat for A&M because the kicker's name is Seth Small. All right. Nope. Had to explain the joke. It's over. Moving forward. Erik, may I have my soapbox, please? Team 18. You can see the score rolling on the bottom of your screen there. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm. But it's the extra bit.
9 overtimes, including college football overtimes now, where you now go to 2-point conversions only in overtime rather than actually playing fucking football.
Well, can I slightly interrupt to explain the changes? And then you can get right back on your soapbox?
I understand the reason for the changes in order for player safety and everything. I get that.
No, not even the reasoning behind it, but just the actual changes themselves.
Oh, the fact that the teams that it's a series of 2-point conversions only from the 3rd overtime session forward?
Yes, and it used to be from the 5th overtime going forward.
This game started at noon Eastern. This game finished at like 6 o'clock Eastern. And the vast majority of those 9 overtimes were the two teams walking back and forth up and down the length of the entire fucking football field. All right. So I understand the reasoning of player safety. I get it. I have nothing wrong with it. I have no problem with it. You have got to do something to make this for more entertaining television. This thing is. There is nothing that takes somebody out of a game like watching two teams hike back and forth 100 yards either direction up and down a football field. I know, Erik, like 80 yards, whatever. My point being, I get the idea behind the changing of the ends there because obviously the one end of what's the Memorial Stadium and on Penn State's campus, one end of it is the student section. So obviously the students are going to be very, very vocal in favor of Penn State, whereas the other end is more towards the visitor side of the stadium. So Illinois would find more of a outlet over there with their fans in the vicinity. I get that. But there has to be a better way. Can I make a recommendation? We're for the brand here on the show. Kicking contest. field goal kicks from distances. You can keep the kickers at both ends and the respective special teams at both ends. First time a kicker makes and the other kicker misses, that team wins. Because these alternating 2-point conversions, soapbox over.
I can do you one better. Rugby, specifically rugby union. In tournaments like the Heineken Cup and in the Rugby World Cup as well, if after the 2 10-minute halves of extra time, they do the equivalent of kicks from the penalty mark in association football, both ends, teams line up from the 22-meter line, different players go ahead and make kicks. I honestly say, if you are not willing to implement ties, which me personally, I think you should.
Bring back the tie.
Especially after the 4th overtime. If after something like that, where after about 4 or 5 overtimes you don't decide it, all right, both teams, starting with your kickers and then lining up whoever, best of 3, best of 5, whatever you want to do. 15-yard line to make it a 25-yard kick, have at it. Variety of players, not just the kickers.
Well, think about it this way. Think about how different the NHL's way of deciding games has become now with the shootouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's still similar to the game that they're playing. It's just a more exciting spin on it.
Exactly.
If you're going to insist on doing this extra overtime bullshit, turn it into a kicking contest. Let the kickers win or lose the games for their team like most of them end up doing on a weekly basis anyways.
Or if you have other players who were kickers, I mean, hell, you saw in the NFL, Doug Flutie drop kicking an extra point for the Patriots. Chad Ochocinco kicking an extra point for Cincinnati. Have more of them, not just the kickers. Start with the kickers. Have more of them involved. Your kickers, your punters, whomever.
Ken's, the meme, fire.
Punters can throw. What? What meme? Oh, the one I just sent.
Yes, fire.
I had my phone restart, so I have to go ahead and check that.
Hunters can throw reception.
All right. So that's the college version of pour one out for the homers. The NFL version of pour one out for the homers this week is very, very short. There's literally no games to discuss here. Jacksonville and Buffalo were both on a bye.
Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league.
We're going to talk about our game here in a second. Eric, Jacksonville returns to action tomorrow against
Seattle. And thankfully, Geno Smith. Oh, Russell Wilson cleaning out just one more time. Oh, Godspeed on the injury with the finger. But again, just one more week. The team will be fine without you. Just ready to bail us out. Then we'll right back to cooking, and you'll be just fine.
What do you want to bet this time?
Oh, he's definitely not taking Jacksonville for sure.
What? You said he is or he is not?
He's definitely not taking Jacksonville.
I don't know. Against Geno Smith, if it were Russell Wilson, I would say, hey,
you think Trevor Lawrence is going to pull it out better than Geno Smith? And I have no faith in Geno Smith.
If we're talking pull out games, I think we've noticed Trevor Lawrence's is a lot stronger.
Cool. So wait, you're taking Trevor Lawrence over? You're taking Jacksonville over the Seahawks right now
with Geno Smith at quarterback? Yes. Harry, keep in mind. No. I've got some special plans for this one. We discussed this bet off air.
Oh Christ! I know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
The views and opinions of the Kickoff do not necessarily reflect those of the rest of the W2M Network. Viewer discretion is advised, but will probably be ignored. All right.
Eric, it's okay to be wrong. Fine. If you don't want to bet, we'll just put it on.
Oh, no, I'm going to bet, but I got special bets in mind for this one.
Eric, get off our screen, will you?
All right. I'm
out. Miami. Because it went so well for them in Miami earlier this season.
Mm-hmm.
Now they come up to Buffalo on All Hallows Day to take on the Bills in the Ralph. It'll always be Ralph Wilson Stadium.
Always
to
the
me.
Ralph.
Is Tua back, like, officially?
Oh, I thought you meant like mentally. I was like, no, fuck him. I don't.
I think he played
Yes,
last week.
yes. Sorry, he did. He did. He was my stand-in for.
So we're gonna knock him out of a game for a second time this season.
Yeah, yeah. So I have I have a little hole in my heart for Tua because Bama bread, But we're coming off a loss. We're coming off a loss from Tennessee
and a bye week.
I think we're going to see a more improved everybody. I think Beasley's going to play a bigger part this upcoming week.
Well, he finally started showing up against Tennessee.
Yeah, sure did. And I played him, thank God. I think Singletary is going to be a factor. I do.
I still don't think these running backs are the answer.
They're not.
Singletary has shown improvement over the last couple of seasons. Moss has done very little outside of the red zone, but inside of the red zone, he's been a touchdown getter. So he's one of those short down backs. But at the same time, when you have an offense as potent as Buffalo does at the quarterback, wide receiver, and tight end positions, a speeder recovery to Dawson Knox as well.
Yes.
We need a better running back in order to keep these cornerbacks and these safeties honest against our wide receivers.
If we fix our running back game, and I like Singletary and I like Moss, but they're not our answer. They're not.
Not for this offense. I agree.
I don't. They just can't get the job done. When I think Singletary, I think comes in clutch when absolutely needed, but never, hey, like, we should probably get this down. Let's go get it. Doesn't do it. He's a very once in a while, yep, I'll break through. I haven't seen him run more than like 8 yards more than like 3 times. He's not there. And like you said, Moss, red zone guy, which is great, obviously, but we need a running back that can do it all of the fucking time. And we don't have one.
Like I said, the problem with our running backs is Moss and Singletary, while they have potential for breakout plays, they are not consistent enough to make defenders fear them in order to keep defenders from dropping back and into coverage against our wide receivers, against Beasley, against Diggs, against what's his name? Emmanuel Sanders, Gabriel Davis.
But Allen needs a break. Allen needs to be able to entrust that his running back can get the job done every time. And I know that's not the case. Like, I understand how it works. But he needs to be able to entrust that they can get it done all the time, and he can't. He entrusts in Knox, Sanders, Diggs, Beasley. Beasley right now. I don't think there's ever a time that they go like, you know what, we really should run it. I think it's, hey, our wides and our tight ends are a little tired right now. We should probably run it. And I think against a team like Miami, we're going to run it because we know we can, but that shouldn't be the situation. We should be able to go up against teams like Kansas City and the Ravens and say, hey, you know what? We're going to run it because we can. And we can't. We don't have it like Tennessee does or like New Orleans does. We don't have it like that. And that's a big piece that we're missing. I could say if we got a running back like Kamara or Henry, Super Bowl immediately. Immediately. That is what we need to fix. I would. I know that aspect, but I'm saying playing wise. If we got a running back that could fill the hole we have, because our running backs are mediocre. If we got an A+ running back,
if we're being honest, our best running back is Josh Allen.
I said that. I said that last game. I said that week 6. 6? 6. I said that week 6.
We sat out week 7.
7? Yeah, so week 6, sorry. Week 6, I said that he is the best running back we had. I said that to my husband.
Not really worried about the Miami Dolphins game. Again, we beat them 35-0 in Miami earlier this season. Then again, as they say, nobody circles the wagons. And one of those games where we should win without any issues.
We're going to. I have no doubt. I have zero doubt. But we always play them really well, or they always play us really well, whichever one you want to say. It's always a good game, I think.
Except for earlier this season down in Miami where it was 35-0.
But I won't ever doubt Miami, I guess, because we know how to play each other. We play each other twice a year for the past.
Attaboy. Eric, come on back in. Attaboy, Tyler Matzik.
Hey Siri, show me how to get stuck on third base with 2 outs in a crucial moment.
Is she eating a cheese stick over there?
I had a snack. Y'all know I snack.
She be snacking. We can't fault her for that.
I wish I was snacking, but I'm out of snacks currently. I got to go to the store tomorrow.
I have my personal runner for me.
Hopefully. Yeah, not all of us have that luxury.
No.
Well, I mean,
in fairness,
say this time next year that may or may not change.
That's fair. To be fair, you probably shouldn't be doing a whole lot of movement right now anyways after the reason we're on a Friday this week.
I'm sorry. I gave y'all as much notice as I could. I put out.
Oh, no, I'm not mad at you.
The notice you gave us.
We're not worried. Notice. We're not mad at you. We're more worried about how you're actually doing. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I went to the gym today like an asshole, and I shouldn't have done that. But no, I'm all right. I have a follow-up Monday. Got to get a CAT scan, and we'll see what's up.
That's why I was saying before we came on the air how reckless she really was. And that was a perfect moment for him to freeze just right there.
I'm back, so it's fine. Yeah, I heard what you said, though. I can hear what you guys are saying when my camera freezes. It's just that the audio-video aspect of it, my internet's not the world's biggest fan of. I tried to convince Sean to let us stay audio only, but here we are.
Well, again.
Sorry for the delay, but I'm here.
Go ahead, Eric. What were you about to say?
Number one, I, for one, welcome our new YouTube overlords. And number two, change is inevitable.
So they say. Unless you're in Miami playing the Bills this week. Fuck it.
Unless you're Trevor Lawrence trying to win.
Oh, again, I will send you some of the spoils of that $50 because, again, chef's kiss. It'll come in damn handy right now, right in my PayPal account.
Wait, the Trevor Lawrence one or the Cowboys one?
The Cowboys bet. You guys haven't made the Trevor Lawrence bet yet.
And there's going to be some special spoils for that one.
I'm staying out of those spoils. I am a happily involved person.
No. You'll be happily involved, and I will gladly mention to all parties necessary that you are merely a negotiator and a facilitator in this, just for reasons of simplicity.
Let's move it forward. Let's go to our wrap-up segment for the week. Are you serious? All right, so real quick, let me go back to my document here so I can pull up the results from last week on Are You Serious?
Well, while you go back to your document, may I give my little spiel?
Oh, yes, go ahead and bet on Bovado.
Because remember, folks, yes, we go ahead, and if you happen to listen to our picks, hey, you're most likely doing quite well this season, especially against the spread. But
not if you're listening to me.
But we want to remind you in particular that respect all laws and terms and conditions of any platform that you happen to be betting on. And again, abide by everything in every legal sense. 21 means 21. Terms and conditions always apply. Respect any state rules, conditions with bookies or any different online betting platforms, what have you. But most of all, for the love of God, please gamble responsibly. Now, that being said, Bovada's still offering their stuff on Bitcoin. And again, this is a great time of year. You got Game 3 of the World Series. You got the League of Legends World Championship going on. There's some great odds as far as how these other final series are going to go. And, hey, if you happen to be in other sports, you got the NBA. You got all kinds. You got hockey going on. My Panthers are off to a hot start. Hey, for those of you who are internationals, ICC, Super 12s. There's a lot of chaos going on. You're going to get great lines on cricket, too. So remember, especially if you got Bitcoin, hashtag bet on Bovada. They will hook you up.
Somebody should tell that guy that got Tom Brady's 600th football about the Bovada Bitcoin.
All you need, maybe just 1,000th of a Bitcoin. Oh, that will get you so far on Bovada.
Erik.
Yes.
You know who isn't hot with the Panthers right now? Joe Quenneville.
To be expected, but again, personally, I would rather have us make a playoff run and that not be the story rather than that be the story. All things involved. Major credit to Kyle Beach. Kudos to you for coming out the way that you did. I'm for it. I get it.
And I don't even remember the name of the guy from the Blackhawks team, but whatever your name is, fuck you anyway.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, the Blackhawks being fined $2 million by the NHL, right move. They cleaned house. Anybody in the higher office that was involved in that 2010 team, they're gone. Right move. This is a major step in the right direction. It's not done, but it's a major step.
And just on sheer principle, all the people that were involved in the NWSL part of this too, fuck them as well. All right, are you exactly as we quoted it last week? All right, let's get back to it here. This week's I'm a Survivor standings. Randy went 2-0 against the spread.
I see here.
Ken's and Erik were both 1-1 against the spread. I didn't do so well. But we're going to move forward to this week. No, seriously. 0-2, 0-2, 1-1, 1-1 for Erik. 0-2, 1-1 for Ken's, which means she lost both of her games straight up, but one of them did cover. God!
Oh, yeah. I was wondering when you were going to see that one. That is her insurance run.
Travis D'Arnaud, motherfuckers!
Darno. It's just Darno.
Whatever. It's still 2-0 Atlanta.
And to think, Mets, he was one of yours too.
All right, back to the Are You Serious? This is a football show after all. Erik went 1-1, 1-1 Cincinnati game, hit straight up and against the spread for him. LSU did not cover. Ken's got a cover from Seattle and almost could have had an outright win had their team not fucked up at the end of the game.
Shout out Geno Smith!
Shut up, Erik.
It's getting chippy in here tonight. I would prefer not to talk about any of my picks. I already discussed the Philadelphia one earlier in the show. All right, let's get to
I'll spare you.
Let's get to this week. So I'm going to start with my NFL pick because my NFL pick has kind of sort of already happened.
Yeah, yet did you not accuse me of this same level of shenanigans last time?
I will point out that I made this pick before Ken's tore her abdomen.
Touche.
I took the Green Bay Packers plus 6.5 against the Arizona Cardinals on Thursday Night Football. Apparently, a remote controller got disconnected in Arizona and a walk-off interception for a 24-21 Packers victory.
Chiseled Adonis would be damn proud of that meme. Boy, you better reference it when you do your game highlight commentary.
Thank you very much. I'll take the straight up and the against the spread victory there. Starting in the NFL this week, because that's where I won here, Randy is taking the Detroit Lions +3 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Honestly, I'm bitter enough about Philadelphia not showing up against Vegas last week. Fuck them. I hope the Lions win.
I mean, so
they deserve a win.
I mean, if it helps us not see Dan Campbell cry at a post-game press conference again, I'll take
it. Alternatively, does Dan Campbell cry more when they finally win a game?
Leave the man alone. He cares.
He's a man. He's 40. Sorry. Old school kickoff reference there. All right, Ken, who you got?
Washington over Denver +3.
I think that line's actually moved to 2 now at this point, but since you got it in at 3, it counts.
I did it when I did it.
Will Smith getting ready to come into the game and try to finish this one off for Atlanta? We're going to the top of the 9th, so let's go ahead and get through this. Erik, who you got in NFL?
As a little bit of an extra fuck you, Robert Taylor, and as a little bit of a double extra fuck you, Chad Henne, to pay proper homage to a former, well, I've heard it both ways, but to a former co-host of ours, give me the New York Football Giants plus a dime at Kansas City.
Plus a Danny dime? Oh, wait, he's hurt. Off air, Ken. Stop it.
Yeah. Stop today.
No.
Eric,
I will add that to
Eric,
a parlay.
Eric,
Eric,
yes. we need to scroll the Gamblers Anonymous number for Ken's at the bottom of our screen here.
It's not me. He's just picking terribly this week.
Like I said, you want to make this an off-air parlay? Come on.
Speaking of the aforementioned Dabno Taggers up in Clemson, Randy is taking Florida State plus a dime against the Clemson Tigers in Death Valley. Could you imagine making that prediction 2 years ago? Holy shit.
And even this year, have you seen even how Florida State's been doing? But I'm still for it.
So Randy's in the ACC. Ken, you're in the Big 12. What you got?
I have West Virginia plus 7 over Iowa
State.
Iowa's in the Big 10. Iowa State is in the Big 10, which is where Eric and I are heading. But yeah, this is that classic come down game for Iowa State after having beaten Oklahoma State last week. I think that they overlook West Virginia, and I almost picked this game myself because I fully expect the Mountaineers to beat Iowa State. Eric, we're both in the Big 10. I'm going to go first here because I want to let yours settle at the very end of the show just because of the personal bias I have towards it.
By all means, the floor is yours.
Scott Frost, do you remember the magical days when you were in Central Florida going undefeated in the American Athletic Conference and being the darling of the entire fucking nation?
I'm still bitter at his ass.
Do you remember that, Scott Frost? Because up in Nebraska, you've been getting your ass kicked. And it's time to once again bang the drum slowly if you're Purdue. Give me the Purdue Boilermakers plus 7.5 against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Eric, we talked about this pick off air.
Yeah.
You don't see a win.
No, I don't.
I would love a win personally for obvious reasons.
Well, of course.
But you do see a cover.
I really do. Especially this year, and we've seen it against Oregon. Things are not perfect in the shoe. Ryan Day has shown that his guys are a little bit vulnerable. Yes, while they are still considered one of the top dogs in the Big Ten, this is one of those moments, and I'm looking at James Franklin after all the shit that happened last year, after everything that's going on this year, he realizes that there's going to be something signature for this game right now, especially defining this program this season and going forward the next couple of years. Harry, I've been rooting for you all week with your Braves, not so much with your Red Wings, but I'm going to give you another one here. Your Nittany Lions, go big or go, in your case, Homer, plus 18.5 against Ohio State.
All right, realistically speaking, do I think we're going to beat Ohio State? No, not at all. That being said, this is an opportunity for James Franklin to state his case as one of the better coaches in the Big Ten. And the reason I say that is this is a Penn State team coming off of an absolutely disheartening loss at home in Happy Valley to an Illinois team that, let's be honest, is fucking garbage and has been for the better part of a decade. Now 3-5 this season, 2-5 going into the game against 2-5 going into the game against Penn State. Sorry, I got distracted by the single there. The thing with the Penn State Nittany Lion franchise is this is the same Nittany Lion team that lost 5 straight to start the 2020 COVID season as well, and then proceeded to run off 4 victories in a row to end the season. This is a Penn State team that has handled adversity well. Look at the job that Franklin did getting this team through the Jerry Sandusky scandal. Fuck him too, by the way, just while we're on the topic.
Take that rhythmic slapping sound and just whack. No, I'm going to shut up because that's going to get even worse. Carry on.
Yeah, family show. All right, moving forward. If there is anything that James Franklin has proven, even back to his days at Vanderbilt, that's your cue, Eric.
Look, the Commode Doors, with apologies to Steve Harvey and Ryan McGee, again, the bottom 10. Trust us. I will include the link to this week's in the description.
Penn State is in this week's bottom 10 because he hates the new overtime system just as much as we do.
They got the coveted fifth spot? Well, I'll be damned.
Why was I mad at Randy? I said, you. He said, yes. I said, I was mad at you, but I'm drunk, so I can't remember why.
You were mad that he's still a part of the show.
Oh, yeah. Why are you here?
Ken's is slightly inebriated, as you can see, but at least
if we didn't have the title already, that would have been perfect. There may or may not be rails. Why are you here?
I said, I'm drunk. I said, I can't remember why. He said, I'm sure it was a valid reason. I said, why are you here in the show?
There's your quote for the end of the podcast, Eric. Why are you here? All right. With all due apologies to Ryan McGee and the bottom 10 there. The job that Franklin did turning around a Vanderbilt program that was dormant until he got there and turning them into a bowl contender most seasons that he was with the team, and now they're dormant again, to helping guide Penn State through the Sandusky scandal and at one point into the Big 12 title game a couple of years back. Or the Big 10 title game, excuse me.
Yeah, he's done quite well post Bill O'Brien.
So the idea for Penn State in this game here is this isn't so much a game that I'm expecting to win. This is a game I am expecting us to make a statement that despite the disheartening loss to Illinois, we can still hang tough against a top 5 team in the country. I believe Ohio State is back up to 5th.
I will go ahead and confirm that quickly for you.
While Eric looks that up, let's move over to our Dick of the Week. And we'll have to wait for Eric to come back in order to do that as well.
Sorry, real quick. I said, why are you here? Randy said, I'm not there. Poor Randy.
I got nothing.
Yep, they are 5th in the coaches poll, by the way.
I got absolutely nothing. All right, so yeah, Ohio State's back in the top 5. So this is a chance, like I said, for Penn State to make a statement. Dick of the Week, Kent.
Seattle. Fuck you. All of you. Every single bit of it.
And yet you're rooting for them against Jacksonville now?
Yes. Fuck you, Seattle. Jacksonville's at...
Logic, thy name is Drunken Kens.
I digress. Seattle. Fuck yourselves.
I got absolutely not a damn thing.
All
right, Eric, who's your Dick of the Week?
I mean, besides Mark Lamping, yeah, I have a few in particular, especially Mo Salah and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah, I'm not leaving your ass out with this one. Dear sweet Christ, why do you still have a job? Why do either of you still have jobs? Please, someone inform me.
Why does Trevor Lawrence have a job?
Yeah, Harry? Trust me, this is going to be extra spicy, but I am willing to take the heat with your particular parties involved. You may direct them to me personally for any sort of cover.
All right. So I'm gonna actually run a little bit of a change in Dick of the Week for me. I'm gonna give out Big Dick Energy of the Week. Charlie fucking Morton. A speedy recovery to Atlanta Braves starting pitcher Charlie Morton after breaking his leg in Game 1 of the World Series and proceeding to throw 16 more pitches and striking out 2 batters.
We sincerely, as the Tampa Bay Rays, still thank you for your service, and we will be rooting for you and your team this postseason against those trash band Yeah.
That
all
team,
of those fuckers. Yeah.
that team that's now down 2-1.
Damn right. Why do you think I made the out signal right when he made the catch?
Seriously, as a Braves fan, Charlie, your sacrifices did not go unnoticed. Thank you.
If
And
y'all go ahead and win it all.
We hope to have a World Series ring for you as a reward for your dedication.
Damn right. World Series ring and a full share. Anything less, I will come down and smack people.
2-1 Braves over the Trastros. Final score in game 3, 2-0 Atlanta. Let's go.
Yeah, you two-hit ass fuckers. Oh, we're not so big without your trash cans and your whole video surveillance on, assholes.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong that for this show, and I won't be able to do it for, well, I guess technically Game 7 would be on Wednesday. It would be on Wednesday, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If we go to a Game 7, I'm bringing out my little WWE action figure trash cans and my little WWE action figure baseball bats.
I think Eric and I should be drunk every time we do this.
I don't, because this was a pain in the ass to get through.
But you have to look at the time, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sick, and this is longer than I want it to run.
Fair.
Y'all are killing me. All right. That officially wraps up this episode of the Kickoff.
That's what she said. I mean, we still got our negotiations. Just saying.
Let's go ahead and wrap things up here. That'll do it for the actual content of the Kickoff. It's now time for our plugs and our goodbyes and stuff. Eric, switch over the handles to the respective socials if you would be so kind. I'll do mine if you want me to while we're going. All right. I am no longer the voiceless of reason. I am now at HEB the Eagle. You can find me there on Facebook, Instagram, pretty much everywhere.
I just realized why it's HEB. It's probably your initials, huh?
That would be correct. She's a little bit wasted, folks. All right, anyways.
White girl wasted, to be specific. Thank you, Truly.
On fucking seltzer water.
It's Truly. Again, nothing against Truly.
Shots since before we started this.
He did do vodka. There were shots. I mean, we did make the Alec Baldwin reference on the first one. All right.
Yeah, but again, if it wasn't for the Trulies at the same time, come on now. If a guy like me can take some vodka, cranberry juice, lime juice, and
all right. Let's wrap this up. Thank you, Jesus. I'm at HEB the Eagle pretty much everywhere on your social.
Jason, yes. No, she didn't quit drinking.
At HEB the Eagle on pretty much all of the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace. Email is at HEBtheeagle@Yahoo. Remember, though, hate mail, Eric?
s.garmer@gmail.com.
Speaking of which, Eric, where can people find you on the socials?
You can find me on Twitter at Squid Sportshead. There's been different things to live tweet about, but unfortunately with schedule-wise and things like that. You can also find me as the disembodied voice of Dr. Manhattan on Leagues to the Max or whatever with Brian Espinoza. We should be getting back into our coverage for the semifinals at Worlds. I'm also on Soccer to the Max, which we should be back this Sunday, as well as right here on the Kickoff. However, if you're not interested in any of that, but you're interested in other advice, tutoring, or what have you, look me up on Facebook at Eric Watkins. Guy, wine, recliner. You should know the drill by now. And if you're looking for something special, now granted, if I win, I cannot give you even any teasers of my parlay victory. I'm sorry. Never mind. Maybe. Slide into my DMs. Offer maybe the right price. Undergo the proper and thorough vetting process. You will get access to my dark Twitter, my Telegram, my Kick, my Snapchat, any other of those particular venues. I even found a new one that's actually proven quite interesting. But again, if you're looking for it, odds are I'll be on it. And of course, as always, this plug brought to you by the fine folks at Rick's T&T LLC. Tutoring services available. Notary public and wedding officiating services available in the state of Florida. Website and possibly commercial coming soon. We still got to work on that.
We got to talk to Liz about that one and confirm everything there.
Why have to throw my shit up like that?
You're the one who put it in the public chat.
That doesn't mean you need to post it.
I mean, technically,
we already talked Not to mention, we already talked about your injury earlier in the podcast.
Exactly.
Ken's, where can people find you online?
Lies nothing. Why do you think we're on a Friday, Jason?
It wasn't lies. All right, to defend myself, I stopped drinking and then I got hurt and now I can't compete in powerlifting. So you know what? Salute. But find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. What's the other thing I do? TikTok at Ken_Eds or Eds_Ken. And that's it. Don't open your snap. Don't open your snap.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is entirely coincidence. What? Come on. Give me
Shit, I don't ever mention my Snapchat. Don't add me on Snapchat.
Why do you automatically just sit there being all drunk and assume because I'm looking a certain way on screen? Henry, please.
Well, I guess Ken's used to be on Snapchat after this episode.
Nah, I'm still on there. Ken_Eds or Eds_Ken.
That's why she makes it easy, Jason, so she can't remember it when she's drunk.
Exactly.
You have been listening to The Kickoff, a presentation of the W2M Network, online at W2Mnet.com. In addition, you can find us on all of your favorite podcast listening services, audio only. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, Podbean, CastBox. Hey, Kens, guess what?
Spotify's here.
Nailed it, even drunk. Atta girl.
Go Bills.
Go Braves.
I almost said, where's Spotify?
It's like Waldo. It fucking disappears. For the locksmith, Kennedy Eddings. The DSDO, Eric Watkins. A special run-in by the unprofessional Jason Teasley. I am your host. I am the voice of reason, allegedly. My name is Harry Broadhurst. You have been listening to The Kickoff. Don't forget, video on Facebook, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Either W2M Net or W2M Network on all of those platforms. If one doesn't work, try the other. It's that simple. You've been listening to The Kickoff, a presentation of the W2M Network. See ya.